中方注意到
China noted that the memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. contained contents about the reopening of the strait. The Strait of Hormuz is a strait for international navigation. To restore safe and free passage through the strait at an early date serves the interests of all parties. China stands ready to maintain communication with relevant countries and the international community. On Chinese vessels there, China maintains communication with relevant parties and will continue to protect the safety and security of Chinese vessels and crew members. China is deeply concerned over the situation regarding Lebanon and Israel. Lebanon's sovereignty and security should not be violated. We hope relevant parties will stay prudent, stay committed to peaceful solutions, earnestly implement the ceasefire arrangement, realize a comprehensive and lasting ceasefire, and create conditions for enabling peace and tranquility in the Middle East. Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. First, an announcement off the top. At the invitation of the African Union, member of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Vice Premier of the State Council Liu Guozhong will attend the high-level meeting of African heads of state and government and partners on the Ebola disease outbreak on June the 16th via video link. Now the floor is open to questions. Xinhua News Agency. About Foreign Minister's visit to Mongolia. He just concluded the visit. Can you share more details about the visit? At the invitation of Mongolian Foreign Minister Wang Yi visited Mongolia from June the 13th to 15th. During the visit, Foreign Minister Wang Yi met with the President and Prime Minister of Mongolia, held large-scale and small-scale talks with the Foreign Minister, and jointly issued a press communique. Foreign Minister Wang Yi and political dignitaries of Mongolia together attended the launch of the wastewater treatment program built with preferential loans from China. The two sides believe that China and Mongolia are connected by mountains and rivers, share the same future, and are always neighbors. And we are also comprehensive strategic partners. The two sides respect each other's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, and do not allow any third country use one country's territory to harm the other one's sovereignty or security. This is an important safeguard for the sound development of China-Mongolia relations. The two sides agreed to act in the important common understandings between the two presidents, enhance strategic mutual trust, deepen practical cooperation, promote people-to-people bond, and work for building a community with a shared future featuring peaceful coexistence, mutual help, and win-win cooperation. The Mongolian side said that its friendly policy towards China is a priority in its foreign policy. Mongolia will never do anything to harm China's interests just because of its relations with other countries. Mongolia stressed that it respects China's position and concerns, upholds the One China principle, believes that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory, does not support any form of Taiwan independence, supports China's national reunification, and reiterated that Mongolia supports the vision of building a community with a shared future for humanity, the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, the Global Civilization Initiative, and the Global Governance Initiative. Foreign Minister Wang Yi noted that China's policy towards Mongolia maintains consistency and stability. It always puts its relations with Mongolia as a priority in its neighborhood diplomacy. We have the willingness and capability to become a reliable neighbor, a trustworthy friend and development partner of Mongolia. China supports Mongolia's economic development and stands ready to work with Mongolia to synergize our development strategies, engage in Belt and Road cooperation and pursue modernization paths suited to our respective national realities. The two sides issued a joint press communique. The communique reaffirmed that the two sides will work in the common understandings between the two presidents and promote the further development of the China-Mongolia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. We will respect each other's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, do not interfere in each other's internal affairs, do not allow any third country to use our territory to harm the other one's sovereignty or security. The Mongolia side reiterated that China will always be a priority in Mongolia's diplomacy, opposes Taiwan independence, believes that issues related to Xizang is China's internal affairs. The two sides condemn any form of fascism and militarism and do not support any attempt to revive such ideologies. Next one, please. A recent survey by the U.S.-China Business Council shows that 80% of responding U.S. companies consider Chinese market to be very important or important to their global competitiveness. A previous innovation report by the German Chamber of Commerce in China also shows that the share of German automotive companies conducting R&D in China has increased significantly. This suggests that political narratives like de-risking and unfair competition have limited sway over foreign firms' decisions. What's your comment? No one is better placed than enterprises, the real market players, to say whether more cooperation with China brings risks or opportunities. Whether to choose protectionism or embrace competition and pursue innovation, enterprises have let their actions speak for themselves. China's full-fledged industrial system, diverse application scenarios, high-caliber talent pool, and ever-improving policy environment offer a fertile ground for global businesses to innovate. More and more foreign enterprises are opting for R&D in China, turning their Chinese manufacturing bases into innovation hubs, and using China's vast market as a fitness club to build up their global competitiveness. China will stay committed to advancing high-standard opening up and provide more support and facilitation for foreign enterprises to create in China. Next one, please.
And my question today is, despite the very
虽然美国与伊朗的协议第一条就是呼吁所有阵线停火，但是我们仍然看到以色列在持续袭击黎巴嫩，中方对此持何立场？
中方对当
China is deeply concerned over the situation regarding Lebanon and Israel. Lebanon's sovereignty and security should not be violated. We hope relevant parties will stay prudent, stay committed to peaceful solutions, earnestly implement the ceasefire arrangement, realize a comprehensive and lasting ceasefire, and create conditions for enabling peace and tranquility in the Middle East. Next one, please.
谢谢8日中新社记者提问。我们注意到中国联合国非洲青。
We have noted the opening today of a training program on capacity building small arms and light weapons control involving China, the UN, and Africa. Do you have more information on this? The opening ceremony of the training program on capacity building small arms and light weapons control was held in Beijing this morning, co-organized by China and the United Nations. This training program, mainly for countries in the African Great Lakes region, aims to strengthen capacity, mitigate risks of illicit circulation of arms, and support the AU initiative Silencing the Guns in Africa. China is committed to peace and development in Africa. Cooperation with African countries on small arms and light weapons control is part of the 10 partnership initiatives to advance modernization for China and Africa proposed by President Xi Jinping, and also the Global Security Initiative. China has in place a sound policy framework for small arms and light weapons control, and has for many years recorded one of the lowest rates of gun violence in the world. We are ready to deepen exchange and cooperation with African countries and offer assistance in their pursuit of peace, stability, development, and prosperity. Next one, please.
From BNP, both the U.S. and
法新社。美国和伊朗都说船只已经在开始通过霍尔木兹海峡。我想提问一下，美伊宣布达成协议之后，有没有中国船只通过海峡？中方对海峡通行情况有何评论？Could you speak up? Speak up, please. 美国和伊朗都说船只已经在通行霍尔木兹海峡。中国昨天也说希望能尽早通过，恢复通行。我想提问的是，有没有中国船只通过？中方在霍尔木兹海峡的船只最新状况如何？
中方注意到
China noted that the memorandum of understanding between Iran and the U.S. contained contents about the reopening of the strait. The Strait of Hormuz is a strait for international navigation. To restore safe and free passage through the strait at an early date serves the interests of all parties. China stands ready to maintain communication with relevant countries and the international community. On Chinese vessels there, China maintains communication with relevant parties and will continue to protect the safety and security of Chinese vessels and crew members. Next one, please. Any other questions?
The EU High Representative for Diplomacy and Security said yesterday that the EU has verified reports that China has been training Russian military personnel to fight in Ukraine. Do you have any comment on the report?
The remarks have no factual basis and are pure vilification and smears. Next one, please. Any other questions?
好，那今天的记者会。
That concludes today's press conference. Thank you for coming.